9:14, welcome everybody. We're watching Arc Bid right here on Fox 23. There's no doubting Maine's connection with the Emerald Isle, with many here tracking back and tracing back their families to Ireland. Among the country's biggest cultural exports, of course, is music. And last year, a legendary Irish song and songwriter has passed away.
Shane MacGowan, the lead singer of the band The Pogues, was revered around the world, and this weekend a tribute is being paid to him right here in Maine. To explain more, we're being joined by musician Troy R. Bennett and Deirdre Nice from the Hill Arts, who are hosting the show. Thank you both of you for being here today.
Well, thanks for having us.
So first of all, Troy, could you tell us more about Shane MacGowan for those who may not know about him this side of the Atlantic?
Sure. Shane MacGowan was born in County Tipperary, and he grew up mostly in London. His parents were Irish, but they grew up there in England. And he got into the punk music movement in the 70s, but then decided to combine punk music with the traditional Irish music that he knew, and he helped to create a whole new genre. And not only did he play it, but he wrote these amazing songs that you can read like poetry right off a page.
Wow.
How influential was this singer, you think?
Very. He, like I said, put those two things together and started a whole new genre. There'd be no, Dropkick Murphys without the Pogues. There'd be, a whole bunch of other bands wouldn't exist. I probably wouldn't exist without it. I saw him on late night television when I was a kid on a show called USA Up All Night, I think. It was
Oh, I used to watch that.
Just a random TV show, and I thought, what the heck is that? And I'm laying there on the floor, and that sort of stuff piped into my 15-year-old brain. Certainly changed my life.
That's incredible. And Deirdre, what can you tell us about Sunday's show? What are you most looking forward to?
Well, it's the second show that we've done. When Troy, after Shane died, Troy wrote a wonderful blog, and when these famous people die, you think like, oh, how am I feeling about it? And I read Troy's column, and I was like, wow, he perfectly, encapsulated what I was feeling about this artist. So when I called him up, I said, let's do a show. They said, let's do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to getting musicians together again. And it was just such a raucous, happy, wonderful experience. It's such a wonderful place to hear music at the Hill Arts. So I'm just looking forward to having a lot of fun, actually.
Is that the perfect way to describe that genre as raucous?
Very, very much so.
Very, very much so. Just a lot of joy. And
even the sad songs are fun to sing,
yeah.
and get the crowd into it and singing along. And at the same time, Deirdre contacted me. I was basically contacting friends of mine at the same time, and we all had the same idea all at the the same time to do a show.
yeah.
Who's having more fun, the audience or the band members?
Oh, well,
there's really very little difference between the two. There's a stage and seats, but it's all very much a give and take. And
there's a lot of
shout-along
sing-alongs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Deirdre, how important is it for your organization to host events like this and feature artists from outside of the U.S. here in Portland?
Well, actually, these are all local musicians, but it's very important as a community arts center located in Portland on Portland's Main Street, which is Congress Street up on Muntre Hill, to provide opportunities for local musicians to be able to perform. And they all have 5 or 6 jobs, so I mean, we live in Maine, so being able to host them and have everybody come and see them in a theater as opposed to a bar or something, which is also a great venue.
Yeah, and Troy, tell us about the connection, your feelings between the U.S. and Ireland when it comes to music and the love for it.
Well, like you said, Portland has a big connection just locally here to the city of Galway, which is not where Shane MacGowan was from, but I went to school there for a little while. Back in the 90s, I studied Anglo-Irish literature there. And that city and this city are very much alike, with the same sorts of working class, joyous, poetic people who work hard and then play hard and then sing hard and then get up very early again in the morning.
To do it all over again.
Do it all over again, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm a musician. This is like the middle of the night for me right now. So.
You should be sleeping, but thankfully you're here with us. And where can people find out more about the show? And is this something that you plan to continue to do? For
I'd love.
Well, we sold out the first one, which is why we're doing the second one now. And if this one does well, there's some tickets left. Maybe there'll be a third one. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd love to. Thehillarts.me is a great place to find out what we're doing at the Hill Arts, and then also to buy tickets to this show and the other shows that we're presenting.
Do you have an artist that you grew up that was just iconic that you were like, man, I'm going to emulate this artist, and that's who you kind of put your career after?
Well, Shane MacGowan, the Pogues. Locally, it was a band called Schooner Fair, and the Zingo Zango Generic Jug Band, and the Wicked Good Band. You know, it's a pretty musically rich area, and I used to play with an Irish fella named Sean Sheeran, who lived he actually lived like 2 streets away from the Hill Arts. He was from Galway, and he was sort of my personal mentor. Taught me the Irish music trade, I guess.
And Schooner Fair really popular. What was the other one? Zigger Zagger?
The Zingo Zango Generic Jug Band. They're from Western Maine, but
yeah.
An amazing group. You know, we don't have big record deals usually here in Maine, but it doesn't mean we don't play a lot of great music.
And when exactly is the show again?
It's Shane's Teeth Take 2, a tribute to Shane MacGowan, the world's greatest punk poet.
On Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Sunday at 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Awesome. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Sounds like a rockin' good time, right?
We'll hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe.
There you go.